Hello, this is Crenstar, and today I found myself kind of lacking in inspiration and kind of dreading the video. I put my if you're a longtime follower, you probably realized I do about a video every 2 days. If you're not, well, I do a video every 2 days, or at least try to. I do this to kind of make sure that I'm always doing something music wise or sound wise or music production wise to keep me interested and stuff like that. A while ago, I kind of um, decided to get into music and start learning it and start a lot heavier than I hadn't before. So, like a couple years ago, I started getting into it. And one of the things that I came to YouTube trying to get my more of my stuff heard and try to do something with it. And one of the things that it was is that consistency's kind of the key. So I've been trying to be consistent, and I've been actually really good for about a year doing this. And today I was dreading making a video. Kind of lacking in inspiration, and seems like everything's already done before. Um, I started playing around with the new Reason Racks um, chord sequencer. I've messed with this before on video. I've had a couple of videos on it already. Um, there's a couple of new things that came out. This velocity moved down here, so you can do a velocity per chord, which you can see I have several different velocities. This is kind of new. Um, and there's a couple other new stuff like in turn around. You can see the root note out here actually has a value that you can send either a C3 octave, C2 octave, or C1 octave. I believe that's new. That's kind of cool. So I was messing around with it and seeing how it was putting it through its things and um, paired it up with pigments. Actually, this is not paired up with anything. I have it sent out to a couple other channels. Pigments here, and then Phrasebox, and then I got just Dr Octo Rex. Every now and then I play with this, and I don't mess with this too much, so I forget how to use it. And I forget this run button gets enabled and this enable loop playback gets enabled. So the last video I was doing with Dr. Rex, I think I messed up heavily not paying attention to things. Kind of typical for me. Uh, Sooner or later I'll figure this out. But at any rate, um, I've been messing around with this. So I got something that's kind of chill, kind of relaxed, kind of loopish. Kind of relaxing. There's this nebula preset that on pigments. It's actually pretty cool. I got the right thing going. Oh, it's because of this receiver's blocking. Very patty, very whispery or airy. Very good. For kind of mellow, moodish type stuff. So you can get an idea. Very analog synthish. Um, and then back here, I got Phrasebox. What Phrasebox does is it can take a series of chords and do things with them, like either play the first root note or anywhere up to 8. And then it could do high, low, medium first, and mess with this stuff. And there's a bunch of presets in here. And you can make your own, obviously. And then there's a generator to generate additional craziness from this. So right now, all it's doing is playing the first root note in this pattern, and then I got it hooked up to pigments, which I have a Sign in Paradise. Kind of cool. So when we solo this out and play it, And this is actually taking the stuff and that I set up with the chord sequencer. These chords that are playing here, and it just says, hey, play the first chord. I mean the first note of that chord every time, or the second, or the third, or the fourth, or whatever. But in this stuff, it's just the first. So it's just taking like the root note and playing it. Realistically, I should be using that as the bass. But it sounds kind of cool. Let me see if I can go back to that default one. Yeah, that one. You could barely hear it, and it adds to the other instrument really well. And then I got this thing. The Dr Octo Rex preset I got on here is a glitch set that it is in the factory sounds. And it's I think it's the glitch 120, and it's got a couple of interesting sounds in there, and then I paired it up with the drum machine that Reason has to give it a kind of cool. Really laid back. Um, and the dog's barking. Oh, my dog, he just barks way too much. Okay, messing around with this a bit more, and as you can see, I've added melody sauce in there to give it a kind of a nice melody repeating. Um, Paired that with the Hidden City preset in Europa here, available in the Reason. And then just gave it a filter, and it creases along with the steps here. Overall, pretty cool, pretty cool. Could turn that into a full-fledgling song, or could do some other stuff with it. I kind of like it. Need to change the melody up a bit, and but or at least change it to kind of be at like a step different pattern, and maybe change up the drum loop, and then created like an intro and an exit. You could probably do stuff with it, or I could probably do some stuff with it. Um, but overall, pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. Hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next video.